Hey y'all, hey! Happy Friday with the Dows. I'm Dominique Dow from Universal Steppin Network and Dowhouse, and my father, Dr. Dow. How y'all doing? What's good? What's good, y'all? So weird without music, you know, it's just like... Hi, Edna. Okay, let me share it first. Hey, oh. What's good, y'all? What's good? Hi, cousin. Hi, Madeline. Our cousins are here.
My cousin Terry and Madeline. And
shout out to
Drew.
Terry. Shout out to Drew.
Baby Cheryl.
Shout out to Cheryl. Hi, Felicia. So yeah, y'all, it's gonna be a great day. It's going to be a great day. We're gonna have a great interview. We have an incredible guest this evening. That's what's great about this show. You never know who is going to be on the show until you log on. All of our guests is a surprise guest, so I love it. I love it. Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. The guest today, this man is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Hi, Latanya. Hi, Paulette. I knew that was going to happen. Go ahead.
Can you tell us what to look for? His name.
Yeah, he already told me. We good.
Yeah, this guy.
This guy.
Professional DJ, actually. Radio personality as well.
Yes.
This guy saved us as a people, all of us that love dusty music. We had Richard McGee in Chicago, and we had Herb Kent, and they were the best, and they were different types of DJs. Richard McGee was... What happened to the other song that you was playing?
What was I playing?
Bad Shotgun.
Oh, okay.
What the what?
You said play. You said us.
It's okay.
Never mind.
But this guy, we all used to listen to Richard McGee. We would listen to Herb on Sundays, but Richard McGee was down in the trenches with it. He was incredible.
Hi, Vonda.
A lot of you from Chicago that know about Richard McGee. And he was a Steppers DJ as well. He would have DJ some of the Stepper sets. He had the Dusty Record Convention. Our family used to pack up and go every year. I've been going since I was 12. My cousin Terry and Drew, they sent me a picture of myself at the Dusty Record Convention. We was talking about that last week. I was just too young to be in there, but I was too old not to be. My soul was old, and they had raised me on this music and stuff. And it was a gas to them because I was a kid, and I loved it, and I wanted to be grown like them. But this guy that we have coming on, Rich McGee died a few years back. And we assume all that treasure died with him. But this guy, he saved. He was an understudy of Richard McGee as a young guy too. And he saved him. He saved us he's got all Richard McGee's music, all of his everything. And
hi, Liz. Shout out to Liz. Yep.
He even saved the Dusty Record Convention, which will be November 1st. And yes.
It will be November 1st.
Bring your own E, everything.
Yes, and it's on 8734 South Carolina, Chicago, Illinois. The doors open at 3 p.m. and there's no reserved seating.
So, just a little. Yeah, so that's good. I wrote about it in the book about how from our back in the day, 70s, 80s, whatever, 60s, 70s, and 80s, things were different as far as these events we go to. Now they charging you arm, a leg, your firstborn, a whole lot of stuff you got to pay. Everything is real expensive, but back then, you pay that money at the door, that $20 or whatever it was, and you bring your own everything. Food, drinks, we would fall in that bad boy. Oh my goodness, those are the best sets you can imagine. When you bring in your own stuff, the bar ain't getting you for $35 a shot and all that crap.
Yeah, you got your stuff, you got the food that you like, how you want to prepare it, and all of that.
It was always fried chicken, potato salad, and what have you. We used to eat, get down, and those were some of the best events. I learned so much about everything, and mainly dancing. Like, you know, these steppers and all that's going on now ain't got nothing on them dusty conventions, because you would see all types of people. Short, tall, fat, small, dark, light. Everybody in this room could dance. I seen them big fat boys with them big fat stomachs, and they could dance. I'm talking about, it was impressive. Like, I'm serious. We know we got fat people just like we got real skinny people. This ain't funny. This is the truth. Like, that was impressive to me. I remember one time they played Oh What a Night by the Dells. And if anybody knows anything about that song, it starts out like it starts out, and then it starts rising and picking up.
Yes.
And I thought I was at the circus. I promise you, them people, they was dancing. Them guys could dance and walk. They were walking actually off of that song, and it was incredible. Like, but this guy we got coming on, he's the man. He saved all of that for us. You want me to call him?
Nope.
So we're gonna bring him on in just a moment. As soon as he get his hook on here, he gives me shout outs every now and then. I remember he played the song by the Impressions, Falling in Love with You. And he didn't know it, which was shocking to me, because he got all Portuguese music and he know how to play it. And he said, if anybody knows anything about it, and I called him right away, and I told him, man, are you kidding me? We walk off of that? And he was like, well, the great walker and stepper Tony Dow said it's legit. So, and that impressed me too. But he's a good friend of mine. We both Tauruses.
Oh, really?
Yes, his birthday is May the 5th. Mine's is May the 13th.
Okay.
And he loves German Shepherds.
Nice. I love it.
And I've got 5. Who has 5 German Shepherds?
Oh.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. We got our Uncle Mac in the building with us, my brother, my big brother. And he's often here with us.
He's here all the time.
Yeah,
Shout
it
out
just
to Uncle
wouldn't
Mac.
be real if he wasn't here.
For sure. We look forward to him coming every single Friday.
And one of the things that we were doing last week was bringing light, bringing exposure to these levels of music and of stepping and bopping and walking and all that. And I was telling the people that we bop first. That's what actually walking was first, and they called it strolling. This is what my daddy, my Uncle Ronald, and all them taught us. And they would stroll around the floor, turned into walking. But then we had bopping, and it didn't just go straight from bopping to stepping. It went from bopping to the Gauster bop and bop stepping. And we were giving a exhibition of it. of how this goes. So
Go ahead.
nice. Is that a picture of me? Let me get
No,
this up
no,
here.
sir.
No. She said, "No, sir, not you."
Oh.
But Bob Steppin was one of those things. See, they used to Gouster Bop, and I couldn't remember. And I said, as soon as we got off there, I said, Ronnie's gonna kill me, ain't he?
Yep. He sure did.
And soon I remembered all the songs immediately. It was it was certain records for Gouster Bop. One of them was Michael the Lover. I forget the name of them. Ooh. And then it was
what up, Bob Daddy? Shout out to Bob Daddy. Shout out to
Bob
Rich
Daddy know all
Jackson.
what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Bob Daddy schooled me on a lot of stuff. You know, our first actual real Steppin record, 1960, was Exodus. Exodus to Jazz. And that was what starts this whole Steppin thing. We another one of the first anthems of it was "My Baby Loves Me" by Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. The other Gouster Bop song I was thinking about was "What Happens When You Get on Camera."
We literally played all of songs yesterday after last book live. Y'all, if you all haven't had a chance, check out our Facebook Live. Yesterday there was a nice amount of history, rich culture. We talked about so many different things, and we actually got up and demonstrated certain dances.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Daphne. Shout out to Diane Daphne. Diane Daphne actually requested that we show what he was talking about, and we did that. So what we were doing was Bob Steppin.
She loved it.
Yeah, it was Bob Steppin. So it's super dope. You guys check it out whenever you have a moment. Our live from last week.
I'm gonna remember that song. What happened to you guy?
He's here. It's this that's not letting me pick it up. He's here.
Oh man.
I asked him to send a request. So, yeah, he
Send a request to come on,
he
my
can't,
brother.
So I'm trying to figure something else out.
You say he
It's
can't?
Not, it's not allowing him to. Sometimes it gets weird. Yeah.
Well, we don't own the rights to the music we played. Is this the problem here that we having with Facebook again?
No, I don't know. Facebook be tweaking. They be
We
tweaking.
gotta bring him on.
That's
This
the whole
is crazy.
Chicago. Yeah, but no, it's cool. We'll get it together because he's Or you wanna
I'm trying to think of that song while I'm.
tell Uncle Ronnie to comment the songs you
Uncle
talk.
Ronnie's phone is acting up.
Oh,
This is a horrible day. This the day that we picked the man to come on and all kind of crazy stuff is
hold on.
happening.
Let me give him a call. I'll be right back, guys. We're gonna get him on the.
Yeah, and a lot of people, you know, that Bob Steppin, that was, you know, mostly all of us had somebody, or we came up in the projects, and it was a whole movement of stuff going on in the little pockets of Chicago, you know, where you were raised and all that. And one of the things I know about it is to be that yeah, the CODs, Michael the Lover, but the other song was what's the other one, Terry? Man, I played it last week after we went off the air, and now I'm fumbling around with it, but it was another song, not Michael the Lover, but because that was and that was the CODs. That's another thing. My cousins, Terry and Drew, they're music collectors. Pagee, him and Pagee were extremely tight. My cousin Drew, they all the DJs knew about Drew because this man, he spent cash money on his music, and he would, whatever he had 2 or 3 of, he would send me. I remember he sent me an album of the Impressions. and it was a Japanese import. I had never even heard of nothing like that. And the album was red. The actual vinyl. Come on now. Y'all don't know nothing about this. You dig me? But it was truly a thing with us in Chicago that loved our music and stuff. You know, this music was a must. It got us through everything. The good times, the bad times, everything. And you know, the guy that we bringing on, his name is Ray Neal. And he DJs.
Shout out to Ray Neal. He said that he's going to switch over his phones. Whatever, the phone he had was having an issue, so he has another phone.
Ray Neal, and, look, let me tell y'all. He saved us because I found out about this. It's called The Best Music of Your Life. Mm-hmm. And this, you can get it on
internet radio.
Yeah. And he DJs at KKC. Man, when my cousins Terry and Drew, they told us about it. Me and my brother Ron Dow and the family, you know, we all love this music. This is our culture. And every Saturday and Sunday, I mean, I wake up 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning. This music is 24 hours. He's got 9 different stations. Steppin station, blues station, jazz, all that. Like, y'all gotta check this man out.
Yes, and his website is raynealmedia.com. That's RayNealmedia.com. raynealmedia.com.
And he has up to like 400,000 followers right now. And I was like, man, this little 100,000 we got, he's smoking it. But it's a feeling when we wake up on Saturday and Sunday mornings and this music is on here. On Sunday, he don't start playing till 12 o'clock noon on Chicago time. But other than that, it's 24 hours, and it's incredible and unbelievable. You know how we used to have to wake up on Saturdays? It was a demand by our parents to clean up the house. And if you're cooking early or whatever it is, man, you cut that music on, and so help me goodness. I'm talking about it just... It's a part of our lives, us
it's
that
a vibe.
lived it.
It sets the mood.
Absolutely.
It's a vibe for
absolutely.
sure.
And
yeah, music is so it's so necessary. What would we do without music? Literally, we literally have music for all different types of
walks of
celebrations,
life.
Walks of life, anniversaries,
weddings,
when it's
funerals.
grieving. Yes, all of that. So.
And for me, growing up with this dusty music, it's a reminder constantly of the good music that was made before. Like, wherever the music has gone to now, you know, God bless them, but there's... no, I'm serious.
That was a nice way to put it.
God bless them. Like, you know, they still trying to do something, but they got all these computers and they got all these... And then a lot of stuff took us away from that with the rappers doing the vulgar stuff and all that. We like, look,
sure.
Come on, pass us by with all that. And we just go back and play some of the Temptations or the Miracles or whatever it is that we grew up on. And it's basically the way we lived our life, the way we walked our walk. So.
Uh-oh, y'all. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh what?
I think it's gonna work.
You do? You found him?
Mm-hmm.
Was he on 47th under the L?
Yeah, I had to go get him from the south side of Chicago. So
he was on 43rd Street. What was that? What was that lounge? The checkerboard lounge. Wasn't that on 43rd?
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Let me see. I'm trying. I'm gonna have to.
Yep.
Where? Nice.
I'm gonna have to.
What?
I'm looking for. I ain't gonna be satisfied until I remember that song that I'm talking about. Yeah, and I have to step away to do that. But one of the other things is, for sure. Yes, bring him on. For sure that we have. What was it? he used to Pagee. I was talking about Pagee and how I was too young to even be interested in this music. And it would be me and my cousin Robin. Actually, she's a year older than me. And yeah, Winnie.
Hello.
And we would be hanging together and all that. We used to listen to Pagee all the time, and he would play the Love Lights for us. If anybody's hip to Patty and the Love Lights, and they made
This Love.
How can I tell? No, not This Love. That's the Joy
Oh,
Twins.
yeah, okay.
And they had another name too. There's two names that they had as a group because they cut it on under two different names. How Can I Tell My Mom and Dad? They had My Conscience. Yeah, and what's the one you like? Sing a little bit.
Know how it feels.
Ooh.
So bad. Oh,
She be killing that song.
this is real.
Give
me a chance.
Hey.
And so yeah, that song. Okay.
I was so upset for you to go all into that. Yeah, that was a jam. Them Love Lights.
I think I'm gonna sing it next week.
The Love Lights used to live in the gardens.
Argyle
130 Argyle Gardens. That's right. And
Wow, honey.
she ended up CTA driver, Chicago Transit bus driver. And we always used to go to the restaurant Dillinger's on 127th, right before you get to the expressway going west. And I went in there one day and she was in there. She had on her CTA outfit because they had her CD. You know, they advertise all that stuff. They got my book advertised in there too. It's sitting up on the thing. They really good people. They're Italians. They actually kin the Dillinger.
The Dillinger.
Actual,
yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Dillinger's restaurant on 127th, right off of the I-57.
Yes.
I-57 on 127th off of Ashland. They have all different types of everyday fast food, like gyros, Italian beef,
yes.
all of that type of food.
But she was in there. And I couldn't believe it because he was talking to her. I didn't realize that was her. And I heard some of the stuff they was talking about, and I went crazy. And she was tickled at me. I said, "Man, my family love you, girl. What is you doing in here?" She said, "I'm getting me something to eat. What are you doing in here?" And she's regular. You feel me?
Yeah.
But she was really humble and grateful that we recognized her and all that. But we're gonna go to the convention this year, and some of y'all to go to that Dusty convention. I went year before last and took him his book. I signed a copy and took it to him. And those Dusty conventions are still the best. It's actually absolutely wonderful. Like they play they do the Soul Train line. They play all of the dances, the Roach, and it's nostalgic. And you can they actually do the Dusty convention. It was always twice a year, once in May. I know that because of my birthday, and then once in November. But you take your time out of your life to stop in on that. And I want all our followers that's listening, anybody that can go, want them to go. What happened?
I've tried to add it like 5 times. Literally, just keep saying add it.
I saw the red light up there.
Never.
It's the devil. We rebuke you, Satan. Stop this. Let my man come on. What is going on here? This is ridiculous.
Because he's here. He's definitely here.
Yeah, he's been here since the top of the show. And I don't know, but
You want to get him on the audio again? We can't get him.
well, we can see if that's what he wanted to do. But I really wanted him to be on here because we had a lot to interact about. So
Okay.
I don't know did he send you a request?
Yes, you see the adding thing up there? It's done. I've done this like
And
5
it's done.
times. It's something about the server. It don't have no answer from the video. See, I'm sending a request right now. It's adding. I have no idea what's going on.
The other song is Opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Pull it up. since we can't get them up here. Pull this music up. Opportunity. The Jewels. That's the other one, Terry. I knew it was gonna come to me. Maybe we'll get him on here since that happened. But I actually wrote about all this on my book. Got to advertise the book. Y'all go on Amazon. And those of you that are friends with me on Facebook or not, hit me on Messenger, and I can send you a signed copy. Just hit me up. This is it right here. This is all the kind of music he be playing, like music that you couldn't even get your hands on. You won't remember it until you hear it. It's one of them things. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the Gouster Bop. But my cousin Terry, she used to dance with her brother. He's passed away now. He was he used to roll with the Stones, Jeff Ford actually. And her and her brother, they called him Dr. Bop.
Hello, Mr. Neal.
Hey, how are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm good. I don't know. Facebook don't like me. I don't know what's, maybe because I put too many posts up. That's it. I post too much.
So I want to know from the listeners, can y'all hear Mr. Neal? Speak up, Mr. Neal. Tell everybody hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we had to get him on here some kind of way, and
Yeah.
we'll figure out the problem and have him on here another week when he has the time. It could even, well, it can't be next week. We wanted to do this before the Dusty Record Convention.
They say yes. Yes.
Okay, they can hear you, my brother. So let's go with this interview.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say hello to you, Mr. Dow. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, man. You know I love you, man. That's my friend. I'm doing very well. How y'all doing?
My German Shepherd brother.
That's absolutely right. You know,
And your beautiful daughter.
thank you, sir.
Thank you. Hi, Mr. Neal.
She used to get a lot of whippings, but no, I'm just kidding. When we called you the other night and she said, Mr. Neal, and you was like, just Ray. And I said, I raised her right, didn't I? With respect.
You raised her properly.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. So we want to talk about you, your experience, and how you were able to recover everything that represented Richard Pegues. And I want to say something before you say anything. You call her your little cousin, Woody McNeil.
Yes.
That is one of the loves of my life. Woody helped raise me on the dance floor, and we're extremely close. I don't know if you knew that, but she's very instrumental.
Actually, I talked to her today, and she did tell me to tell you hello.
All right.
She said she remembers you well. Yes, she does.
Absolutely. Okay, so
You know what's funny about that? A side note with that, we worked together for years because of Richard, and Richard said, looking at both of us, you guys probably cousins and don't even know it. And didn't know it until we actually went to my great grandmother's 100th birthday party.
are you kidding me?
And I walked in. I said, why's Woody McNeil here? And Woody said, that's my auntie. And I said, well, that's my great grandmother.
Ain't black folks something else, man?
And we were really related in real life. Richard said it too. And it was
I always thought you was kidding about that.
No, she's my real cousin. She's my real blood cousin, yes.
Well, I'll drink to that. And I know you don't drink. But you know, she used to do the Steppers report for Richard Pegues.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And I brought her, they gave her honor at the Steppaganza. And I brought a cassette tape, and I had a little cassette player, and I brought a tape when she was, she had been in the hospital. And she gave a shout out, and they brought us some ribs from Ribs and Bibs in Hyde Park. And when I played that for her, she got teary-eyed. So I want you to talk about how you inherited everything from Richard McGee. We want to hear this.
Okay, well, I have to go all the way back to the 90s when I
Go
was
ahead.
a mere kid, literally.
Go back.
Kid. I was 20, 21. This is when BMX in Chicago.
WBMX?
Yeah, BMX, when they switched over to V103.
Correct.
And Steppin became the big thing, the new thing that was the hot thing, late 80s.
Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Absolutely.
Everybody was trying to do stepper sets, including myself. And you know, I'm doing, you know, because I've always loved old music. But it was like, okay, let me throw my hat in the ring. Everybody else is doing it.
That's right.
And I said, well, I need some advertisement. And I met Richard at Queen of the Sea restaurant on Stony Island.
87.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this is my first time after listening to them growing up as a kid all my life. Hearing my mom religiously cleaned her house to them every Saturday night.
Didn't I say that?
She would cook. She would clean and cook her Sunday dinner while he was on the air Sunday night. Saturday night, Sunday morning. So it was just interesting to finally meet the man I've grown up listening to, and so he comes with this. So you know Dusty, huh? I go. I said I know a little bit. I don't know a lot. So first thing he does, he goes give him a plate of food. He comes back. He sits at the table. Juanita Williams, Baby Boy. I say, yeah. I say, Golden World Records. He goes, what's on the other side? And I said, you knew what you were getting. And he just looked at me. He said, okay.
That is exactly how he is. Go ahead.
So the next thing was, he goes and gets some peach cobbler. He comes back. Name me one of your favorite Temptation songs. I go, He's Only Skin Deep, which is my favorite all-time Temptation song. He goes, what's on the other side? I say, you're not an ordinary girl. He just looked at me. He goes, okay. And even though my stepper sets flopped, I can say that now. I can honestly say that. I did about 3 of them. And I think the most we ever got was 40 or 50 people to come.
That's all right.
Because I was a nobody.
That's right. It has levels to it.
Stepper sets and promoting Steppin events is very hard. It's hard work.
Yes, it
You
is.
have to make yourself active. You have to support a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a lot that goes into promoting. So it's good to hear the other side of it because we've never gotten that side on this show. So
exactly. And I'm kidding you not. And Richard's plan was always, you have to do your ground assault, you have to do your air assault. And I said, what do you mean by that? He goes, I can run commercials for you all day long, but you have to get out there in those streets and put out pluggers.
Yes, you do. Touch hands, kiss babies.
Yes.
And
that's exactly what he told me. And, you know, but at that point, I started working with him. But this is pre-stroke, before he had a stroke and a heart attack.
right.
So his doctors had given him some information saying that they didn't want him carrying anything heavy. So he was still doing the taste over there on 63rd and Low Friday nights.
Absolutely.
And he couldn't carry stuff. So I became his personal valet. I would carry records because he was still carrying records. He still would carry those toolboxes.
Who you tell us? Yes.
And that crate of 12-inch records. I mean, he fought against CDs, even though everyone else had converted over to CDs. Richard hated CDs with a passion.
I want to say something right now, and that is that you were blessed by God, man, because you have a good heart and you were a great student of the game. You loved it. You loved the music and all that. This is something I know from firsthand. You know, me and you were the same. I came along before you, but I didn't have the opportunity to do the DJing and step in like you did, you know. And I just want to say, look at you now, man. From carrying this stuff, you know, that's honorable, and that's big to me personally because I love the man just like you did. You understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah, Yes, yes.
So
And you know, it was an honor to me because I got to sit back there in the back. I met so many interesting people because of him. I met Ruby Andrews. I met The Emotions. I met Phil Johnson. You name them, Tyrone Davis. You name them. I mean, they was people just, he would go, I mean, and these people were just like, you would not know who they are, you know, until he goes, oh, that's Mavis Staples. I'm like, are the Staples singers? He goes, yeah, that's Mavis.
Wow.
I mean, to him, it was just everyday people he talked to. But you're looking at this starry eye, and he was like, "Oh, I'm standing next to a star here."
can I say something to you real quick?
Yes, sir.
You just mentioned The Emotions, Mavis Staples. I met all these people through him. I actually met these people. Wanda Hutchison from the Emotions has been to our home. Look,
Wow.
and she lives out here. What was his name? Major Lance.
Yes.
He
Yes.
lived on 79th and Calumet, and he used to have what's the guy that made the doom 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 what's that dance?
Alvin Cash.
Alvin Cash. They all used to be over his house gambling and playing cards, man. And I went there because I knew BB King's daughter, Shirley King. And
Okay.
I,
I've met Shirley King. Yes, I know her. Yes.
look, me and you are the same. We're cousins too. That's it. We're gonna claim this right now in front of God and the people that's listening.
Might be cousins for real. Because it's long Chicago. This like how he found out what he was supposed to.
They say we all family one way or another.
No,
It's the truth. It's absolutely the truth. So go ahead and finish up. You want to say something?
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
I wanted to know, how did you find your love for DJing?
Well, you know, I've always loved the music because of my mom. My mom started me initially with the music, and I would play her records. You know, I found a way to stay up late. As a kid, you had a bedtime. But see, I noticed if I played my mom's favorite records while she was cleaning, I got to stay up later.
Hey.
So, you know, she had that big floor model stereo in the living room, so you just play her records.
We had the same thing. Yep.
And you play the records, and then, you know, they look up, hey, you supposed to be sleep 2 hours ago. Like, oh, well, oh.
So it was just you and your mom?
Me and my mom and my dad. My dad, too. Yeah, my dad.
So look,
It was,
I come from a big family. And the way I stayed up in their presence like you is I stayed quiet. Otherwise, you get sent to bed. If you say something, they like, what are you doing up? Go to bed. I learned that one time and I stopped talking. But go ahead, finish your story.
so that initially where it started. But then after I said, well, Richard got sick. And this is, again, before the stroke. When he actually had the stroke and he was in the hospital, he woke up and he had missed Saturday night. That was the first Saturday I think he had ever missed because Richard was a stickler for not missing his Saturday
That's
show.
the truth. That's the truth.
You know, he would record his show just so he wouldn't miss it. So he actually did his show, and at the time Al Greer had filled in.
Al Greer.
So Al Greer filled in again.
I met him too.
Yeah, and Al, and I love Uncle Al because he's like an uncle to me, but he does not know how to capture the flavor.
Yeah.
That Richard had. Richard had a flavor
That's
that just
true.
had to be a certain flavor. And I remember him calling me to the hospital, and he goes, "What do you do on Saturday nights?" And I said, "Nothing much." He goes, "I need you to go without a drive Annie, Woody McNeil, and Leon without the ribs, and you do the music. They'll do the talking. You do the music." And I say, "Okay, I can do that."
You just made me remember something. It wasn't ribs and bibs that they took to Woody when she came out the hospital. It was Leon's rib. And out of Drive Annie, look, man, you know what? He was down to earth, Richard McGee, wasn't he?
Yeah, but you know what? Working with the man, for someone who's so used to doing everything himself, after he had the stroke, by him being a lefty, and most people don't realize he was a lefty, he was left-handed. Mm-hmm. He was paralyzed on his left side after having the stroke. Mm. And a man because he used to have the secret clandestine studios, and I can see where they're at now, but they used to be on Cermak at those those flats that are over there on 22nd.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I remember going to them, you know, before. He's like, no one needs to know about this place. I said, okay, Richard, no one knows from there. I get it. No one knows about it. But after he got, you know, he had stroke and he could no longer function and do his own engineering, he had to work with an engineer for the first time ever, because Richard always ran his own board, his own music. So he had to work with an engineer. And
Yes.
I was the engineer.
Wow. He was very strict about his stuff.
Yes, Richard, everything was about timing with him. It was a certain way that jingles and drops had to be ran, and how the music, because Richard was keen on getting that first note of the song being played.
Oh, look, I got cassettes. I'm gonna bring some of them to you, man. It's gonna bring tears to your eyes. I remember he played and he started, this is the best music of your life. And he talked, and it was Heat Wave by Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. He had that timing down so bad, I still got that cassette. When I hear it, it gives you an idea of just what a perfectionist this man was.
That's what makes him great.
Great.
That was one of the things to learn with Richard, because you had to learn and how to, because the thing was, the drop or the jingle had to drop out just before the vocal hit.
That's what I'm talking about. When they came in singing, and then they did the ooh, and then it's a hand clapping and music playing before Martha starts singing. And this is the best music of your life with Richard McGee. And he had it timed so well, man. I was like, I mean, it's something that is embedded in my heart. Like, I'm like, this man is a perfectionist.
I got to tell you this, Tony. So the first time when I worked with Richard, because, you know, when I first started doing it, I was working with Aaron Dravani then. So I worked with Richard. And I remember the first time, he had the mayor at the top of the hour.
Yes, Harold Washington.
Yes, Harold Washington. It's 55 seconds. And I remember he gives me DQ Disco Nights. And he looks at me, and he goes, I'll cue you for the record. I'm like, oh, no, I got it. So, I said, so then he's looking at me. He goes, it's not going to time out right. I said, yes, it is. It's not going to time out right. That's all he could say. He just looked at it. He knew just from the sound it was not going to. And when it didn't time out right, I just looked at him. He goes, now, are you ready to go to the School of PE?
Yes.
Said, yes, sir.
Yes.
I said, yes, sir.
Yes.
I put my head down. I said, yes, sir. So the following week, I remember he gives me the mayor and he gives me B.B. King, Why I Sing the Blues, which has a 38-second intro.
Right.
And he told me, he goes, you do it, and you better do it right. He goes, you don't do it right, you're gonna piss me off.
Yep. That's him. And
I did it, and when it fell out, he just looked at me, and he was one of those people that was hard to get a compliment.
Oh, yes.
He would just look at you, he goes, you're learning. And I just looked at him, I said, I just perfectly executed it. And he's telling me, I'm learning. I said, okay.
Yeah, that wasn't no big deal to him. You feel me?
Right. Exactly.
Now, look, I got a story for you.
I think he wanted to keep him working towards being great.
Yes, he did. That's his style, too.
So he wanted to keep him working.
And he just wasn't that, nothing really impressed Richard McGee, because he had went through the school of this, like, for real. So he was, and I got a quick story for you. So my cousins and my brothers and them, they're all older than me. And we were close to Donald Porter from the Spaniards.
Ooh, okay.
He had grew up down on the low end with my parents and them back in the day, and back in the 70s we had reconnected with him, and him and his family lived down on 53rd and Aberdeen, and we lived on 51st. And he used to come to our house and stay. It was crazy because we had a big family. We was always playing music, singing, and me and my brothers were singers. And he used to sit me right there and teach me how to float notes and all that. And they had got Pookie and all of them together, and Richard McGee had them headline at his Dusty Record Convention. I think this was 1978 or 77. I was 13 years old.
Oh, wow.
My cousin Terry, Drew, my brothers, Cookie, Lamont, Ronnie, Dennis, Red, all of them, we all used to go in a group. And they snuck me in there, man. I'm 13. I got the pictures. And the Spaniels sang. So I waited and I went up to the booth to speak to Richard Peggy. Now, he knew me since I was like 8 years old. I used to call in and disguise my voice. I always wanted to hear I Love You 1,000 Times by the Spaniards. I mean, the Platters. And that was my favorite song. And I used to get on his nerves calling him like 40 times a night. And he would be, and one time he said, man, are you serious? He was like, I know this is you, Tony. Stop it. He said, give me time. I'm going to play the record. You disguising your voice and all that. And I was tickled. But when I walked up to that booth and let him know I was there, he put his hand over his face. He said, what are you doing in here? He knew I was 13. And he was like, how did you get? He was, he was impressed. And he said, listen.
Impressed and concerned.
Yeah, he was concerned. He said, if anybody catches you in here, don't you tell them I know that you in here. No way, you know. And I said, I wouldn't do that to you.
You know, Tony, I think he had a soft spot for younger people because initially I met Richard. I would call a request, like you said, on the radio underage, and I requested Girl Watcher by the Occasions. And
I'm a girl watcher.
yeah, and he hated that record.
He said he hated that record.
I would tell you why, because he always said it's those people getting over with our sound. That's right.
I know what he was talking about.
I'll say it was a group of white guys that sounded black.
That's true.
It's a black record, but it's a white group.
That's true.
Wow.
The Occasions. That's a white group. So, and I remember and Cheryl Jackson was working with her.
Cheryl Jackson, she just passed away.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
So,
and so she said, Richard, you got one of your young listeners, and he wants you a girl watcher. He's like, I'm not playing that record. And he goes, well, who is it? And he's like, it's Ray. And he kisses the phone. You know I don't like that record, right? And I'm like, and he goes, and I said, well, if you don't want to play it, I understand. And he's like, so then about 2 songs later, he goes, for Ray, who should be in bed, he goes, here's the Occasions. He goes, I'm playing it for you, boy.
That's just the way he was. What was you going to ask him?
no, I was going to say, before he came on, I don't know if you got a chance to hear us advertise RayNealMedia.com and your internet radio. So I wanted to know, how did that whole thing come about and when did it start? Because as of now, there's over 400,000 followers. So tell us a little bit about how that started.
You good, Dominique.
Okay. So what happened with that was I initially, if everyone remembers, I'm sure you guys remember, about 5 years ago, I was working for 95.1 Club Steppin.
I remember.
Yeah, I was doing a show there, and there's no dig against Lamont Watts. He's still a friend of mine.
I know.
But but the thing was, initially when I went to him, I wanted to do just one internet station in honor of Richard.
Yes, you wanted to do your own thing.
Right, because his thing was, no, I think you should just stay here and we'll build a station here. I'm like, no, it'll be under your control,
right?
And what you feel Dusties are.
This is what makes great people.
Dusty, he doesn't like Dusties.
He
doesn't know Dusties.
He wanted to control.
Exactly, and I didn't want that. I wanted to do how I was raised.
Correct.
As Dusties, because. Some people don't particularly care for the 50s music. I love the 50s.
Me, all of it.
Yeah, the 70s is great too. I love the 80s.
We from that, right?
Right, but my weakness is 50s and 60s. It's always been 50s
Me too.
And 60s. Right. I always said up to disco. Disco was fine. There's certain parts of disco I do like. Then there's some that I'm just like, why?
I'm exactly the same way.
And guess what? You're absolutely ahead of your time with the internet radio, because as soon as we touched down in Chicago, We play B103, right?
We in California. We don't get that music.
We have a station that we can listen to wherever we go. We was just in Oakland a few months back. He turned on Ray Neal Media. Everywhere we go, when we go out of the
I have it in my pocket, don't I?
he puts it right on. So it's so convenient, and it's gonna grow, and it's gonna continue to grow because it's great music. You have several different genres, and so many people spread the word to other people because he found out through his cousin, and they're watching the show right now as well. So it's a great thing what you're doing. It's you're ahead of your time with this, and it's gonna continue to grow.
Well, thank you, Dominique. Thank you. And like I said, it was supposed to be one station.
Now you got 9, right?
No, there's 12 actually.
12. You added 3.
So what actually ended up happening, I started with the best music of your life in honor of Richard. Then, of course, I had to do a stepper station because someone pissed me off. I won't say who did, but we'll just say someone else pissed me off who had a stepper station, and I just started my.
Oh, I know exactly who that was, and it's okay because he pissed me off too.
Okay. And then I said, well, I'm still going this route. I started, then I realized there was no blues stations anymore. All
right.
The blues stations were gone. So then I ended up doing a jazz station when NUA went out of business here.
Right.
And then I said, well, I might as well do a quote-unquote oldie station.
Yes.
For the lighter persuasion.
Yes.
But actually, if you listen to Ray's Talk of the Town, now this is funny behind this story behind this one, because that was initially supposed to be my own personal radio station with just my favorite Dusties in it.
Really?
And yeah, that was not supposed to have been a radio station, but I forgot that you guys could access it on the app.
Yes.
So Ray's Talking to Town, people call me like, oh, I love your new station. I'm like, I don't have a new station. And they were like, yes, Ray's Talking to Town. I said, you can see that station? So when I went on the app, I said, oh, everybody can see that station. So it kind of like runs neck and neck with Best Music of Your Life. So, and that station basically is 50s and 60s.
Correct.
70s.
Correct.
Wow.
Now I want to say something to you. That right there, you would be totally, well, you're not, because you got over 400,000 followers, and all my followers is getting ready to follow you after this show. The ones that are not, what it is people love nostalgia. People love stuff from before. It's all different walks of life. Yes, and so you've tapped into something that no one else has personally tapped into, and you're supplying us with something that is golden, man. I swear that. Like, I've been in this thing a long time, and this that you've recreated with Peggy, I want to talk about 2 things to you, and you can elaborate on it. First thing is the way he used to play those old school commercials and stuff, jingles, all that. And the other thing I want to talk about with you that you can elaborate on is he wrote a couple of songs, and one of them is Darling, I Love You. You know that I do. Hey!
So my question is, which version do you like better? This first version or the version with the strings? Which version do you like better?
I like the first version. Our whole family used to sing that, and my brother Ron Dow, he was the lead. And if you listen to the song, the women are going in one direction in the background, and the men are going in another. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah, you're correct.
And that big ass family we got, man, them girls would be singing that part, and the guys would be singing that, and Ronnie would be leading, and we would be having a ball. And we loved Peggy, and we knew he wrote it. Come on now.
That was actually that. He also did Funtown, the jingle for Funtown.
Funtown for the kids and you. 95th and Stony Island Avenue. Funtown.
Yeah, and also
what?
The Ember Furniture commercial.
The furniture. Yes.
Yeah, Ember Furniture. Yep.
I got all of that on cassette, man.
There was we put out actually a double CD of his, of all his work, everything he's done. Did you ever get that CD, Tony?
Well, it's on YouTube, ain't it?
I don't know if it's on YouTube.
I heard it. I heard it.
You didn't get it.
No, I didn't get the CD.
You know what? I'll bring you a copy. I got some extra copies.
Well, we come in there. I'm gonna see you.
Yeah, but it's got everything on it. He's got the interview with Mitty Ripperton on it.
Yes.
Yes.
I heard this whole. I don't know what. Did you play it on the radio?
I have played it. I try to play it every year because some people say it's kind of morbid. I'm like, I don't get morbid.
No, that ain't. Listen, past that. Forget that. It ain't morbid. It's our history, and it's some. If we love the man, we still want to hear him.
We need to keep our history alive.
Yes,
And that's
yes.
the problem because, Me TV FM, they keep their legacy alive. Why can't we keep our black music legacy alive?
I agree with you. All of that's, it's ours to keep and to hold. So, like I said, I got all that stuff on cassette, man. I'm so grateful for you coming along. I could never express it as.
The Dusty Record Convention was something that I was really worried about continuing doing because, I've never been bothered with being in his shadow because some people are like, well, man, you need to do it, call it your. I was like, no, it's what it was. It's Richard Picke's Dusty Record Convention. That's what it's been. It's been forever. And it's been like this since 74.
Yes. You've got a great voice, man. Richard McGee had that high voice like Herb. Him and Herb both. They both had that high voice.
You know what? I hate, and honestly, I'm just between me and your listening people. I've always hated my voice on the radio.
No, it's perfect for the radio. And some people got a face only for radio.
We try to say, is that why Facebook wouldn't let me all here on Facebook?
Oh my God.
Well, your face ain't like that. That's what I was gonna say. You don't have a face for radio. You got a voice for radio. I know a couple of people got a face just for radio. They could never be on television.
But I want to thank people like yourself and your beautiful daughter for allowing me this platform to continue to spread the word about the Dusty Record Convention because a lot of people don't even know that's still going on. It never
That's true.
Because Richard passed away in 2009, and we did one in 2010, which was supposed to have been just a tribute to it, and that was going to be it. We were not going to do them anymore.
And you kept going.
The turnout was so big, but the problem we had then was we had too many DJs. It was like everyone was getting an hour, and no one could keep the flavor of
like he did.
Right.
So I got listeners that throw a lot of stepper sets and all that, and they can come there and pass out their flyers and all that. So I'm sending all my people there.
Absolutely. I got a chance to advertise go ahead. I got a chance to advertise it before you got on, but please go ahead and tell the listeners what it's all about, where it is, the time, date, location.
Yeah, because she did it at the top of the show.
Yeah, I did. I heard her. So basically, in keeping with the tradition, we have never changed the price. Whatever price Richard was at, which was $20. It's been $20 since 2009.
That's true.
We never changed the price.
Right.
It's moved around a couple of times because what ends up happening, and I hate when people count your money. You know about that. When people count your money.
My God. That's why, you know what I learned from that, Ray?
What's that, sir?
Get your contract before you do anything. That way they tied into it and they can't change nothing.
I have those, but once the contracts run out, they go, well, you're getting this amount of people.
You're making too much money.
Right. We gotta have to go up on your price, which means I'm gonna have to go up on the price on the tickets. And I
right.
want to go up on the price.
We're not doing that. Yep.
So, I've been lucky at St. Alpharetta. We're at St. Alpharetta, 8734 South Carolina.
Yep.
And it's like an old school sock up that you used to do back in the days. And I tell people, you don't have to come. Some people come dressed to the nine. Some people come with gym shoes and jeans on. You come dressed to party.
Yes.
Whatever way you feel comfortable partying, because we're going to do everything. We're not going to just step. We dance, we bob.
Soul Train line.
Right, Soul Train line. You're going to do all the old dances. You're going to do the twist, twine, roach, Madison, all that stuff. And the new... and the new dance, I can't stand where those fans at. I'm so sick of it.
I'm gonna go outside when they do that, if you don't mind. I'm gonna go outside.
Look, a lot of people love that song, and it's like I play it because I have to play it.
Well, it just shows you how time moves forward, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. But we still get to you're still going to get the Temptations, you're going to get the Smokies, you're going to get the Delacardos, the Players, the Gifts. You're going to get those songs, but you're going to also get the Percolator. You're going to get
Everything.
it's a mixture of it. It's a melting pot of everything. So, and what I'm so happy with the conventions right now is 3 generations. So now you have the grandparents, the parents, and now the kids are coming.
Absolutely.
So,
And
Because the kids
I
are
know you.
line dancing and stuff. Yeah.
And that I raised her right up under me. They raised me right up under them. So you're right. And I know you're a busy man and you on a time schedule and all that. And I want to say that I'm sorry. I want to say that. Oh my God.
Oh well, I want to say that we thank you for coming on the show. Is there anything else that you want to advertise before we give you your flowers?
Oh, well, like I said, November 1st, it is the Dusty Record Convention. It's a day party now.
Give us the address again.
8734 South Carolina.
8734 South Carolina.
Yep, 8734 South Carolina. Doors open at 3. We party until 10. And we do day parties now. We gotten too old to be out
Absolutely.
there now.
You're right. Look, this is what we all share. Me, you, Richard Pagee, Herb Kent, we all share the fact that when we do the Smokey Robinson and the Temptations battles, because they're 2 of the greatest groups of all time, we all favor Smokey. We all favor Aretha Franklin. We're all the same with that. You follow me?
Yes.
That's something that I know for a fact. We all love Smokey and the Miracles. And we are, the Temptations are the best group that ever, whatever, but not to us. We like, we love Smokey. He wrote all their stuff, and we love Aretha over every female singer in the history of music. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right, sir.
Absolutely. That's why I know we cousins.
Keep on preaching.
So, Mr. Neal, this is the segment of the show where we give our guests their flowers, and we want to give you your flowers. For one, you have been one of the students, one of the best to ever do it, and this is what makes you one of the best to ever do it. You are so innovative, and with how you went about this whole internet radio thing and how it's just taking off right now. And kudos to you, your followers, your flowers, everything that you have going on. So we just want to give you a shout out and give you your flowers. So give them some hearts, our viewers. Give them some
Now, I
hearts.
want to give him his flowers from me. You the best, man.
Thank you so much. I really, truly appreciate that. Like I said, it's always about the music and it's always about the listeners. That's my more is them. If I can put a smile on someone's face, I've done my job.
Didn't I? I walked from California to Chicago. It took me a month. I walked and I came in there with your signed copy of my book, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That's how much I love you, man. And I want you to keep doing what you're doing. You saved our family. You saved a lot of souls with what you're doing. We wake up early on them Saturday and Sunday mornings just to hear your voice. You give me my little shout outs and I be thinking I'm King Tut, the boss. So I love you, man. And I want you to keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you and you're doing it so much. Thank you.
You are most welcome. And yes,
if you guys are in Chicago, please come on by.
Are we coming to see you?
See you soon, sir.
Don't worry about it. And I'm sending my people.
Well, don't worry because I'm going to have you come over after the convention's over. You're going to come in the studio and Tony, me and you're going to sit down and we're going to get us some apple juice and we're going to sit there and just play some dust.
My apple juice will be a little darker than yours, but yes, we're going to have a... And I'm going to come in that studio and we're going to have a ball. Thank you, man.
And I play real records now. So
I know, 45. My daughter didn't even know what a 45 was, and I was in shock and I was ashamed.
Don't be in shock. I was nowhere near around.
No, I'm saying that everything that I passed on to you, I missed that. You follow me?
Well, you going to miss some stuff.
That's right.
It is.
All love, Ray.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, Mr. Neal, have a great evening. Thank you for coming. And yes, we will see you soon, sir.
All right, thank you both. I love you. Have a good night.
All right, you as well.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, that was incredible.
Almost
And
felt
another
emotional.
one.
That was really good for me personally. You know what I mean? Those
Yeah,
are the roots of where I ended up. This was just where I started as a child.
If you all have not checked it out, listen to me. All of the followers and listeners that are watching the show today, go to raynealmedia.com. He has so many different genres that you can listen to, and his stations are off the chain. I hear him sometimes because he plays it, and the man is phenomenal. Check him out, y'all.
Look,
And don't-
she got certain Dusties that she loves, like Aretha,
Aretha Franklin, I Can't See Myself.
Leaving You,
Uh,
The Moments, Not on the Outside.
Not on the outside.
These are some of her favorite songs.
Yes, for sure.
And he when he play them, she looks at me and it's like, yes, I told you.
Yeah, so I'm telling y'all, this ain't no fugazi. He's dope.com. For real, for real.
Absolutely.
Check him out. And yeah, you know, like when we all go to all of these out of town events, especially the Steppers. We go to these events, right? We're in our hotel room, we getting ready. Go to RayNealMedia.com and start playing
Play that music.
It's
He
gonna
plays
turn you
all
up.
type of stepping
Talking
music
about
and everything. He
your
plays
makeup-
everything.
Your makeup gonna be on point. Your hair gonna be curled to the max because the
You're gonna
music
be
is
just enough tipsy, not too drunk, but not too sober. I'm talking about like good stuff. So we love our listeners as well.
And thank you all for watching.
Spread the word.
If you all have not, go ahead and watch our YouTube channel called, subscribe to our YouTube channel called Universal Steppin, and our TikTok channel called Universal Steppin. And don't forget the Dusty Convention that will be held on November 1st on 8734 South Carolina at 3 o'clock p.m. So we will see y'all there.
And much love for y'all listening to us and having the patience to stay on the show.
See you next Friday.
For sure. I'll be bye.
My voice cracked.
She said bye.